The search for hidden treasure on Oak Island has taken a thrilling new turn. Right now, the team is focusing their energy on reconstructing the garden shaft, an ancient, rotted wooden structure that plunges 80 feet below the surface. Many believe this shaft may be directly connected to the original money pit that sparked centuries of mystery. Even though the shaft was previously backfilled with material, Rick and Marty Lagina are convinced that this is more than just an old hole. The clues they've uncovered suggest something much deeper, both literally and historically, lies at the bottom. Rick and Marty Lagina, two brothers driven by passion and persistence, have been chasing this Oak Island legend for decades. But this story isn't new. In fact, it dates back 228 years, wrapped in whispers of hidden gold and secret chambers. Their latest findings, though, are more promising than ever. Samples of wood retrieved from inside the garden shaft have been radiocarbon dated to the year 1735. That's nearly 40 years before the first recorded discovery of the money pit. Combine that with water testing results showing high trace levels of gold, and it's no wonder the team believes they're onto something huge. To explore this mystery further, the team has built lateral tunnels that allow them to safely investigate underground chambers. These tunnels aren't just random burrows, they're carefully designed pathways that could lead them straight to buried treasure or vital clues. Marty, in particular, is laser-focused on reaching the bottom of the garden shaft. The goal is to drill both horizontally and vertically until they reach depths of 50 to 60 feet, which is where they believe answers might finally begin to surface. Technology is playing a big role in this operation. The team plans to use the Antonine Spectrum 120, a high-definition camera built for environments exactly like this. It's equipped with a rotating pan lens that can sweep a full 360 degrees and function flawlessly even in low-light conditions. Add in the camera's advanced visual enhancements, like its incredibly powerful zoom, and the team now has eyes underground that can spot the smallest detail, from a gold coin glimmering in a crevice to ancient wooden structures hiding behind walls of clay. Still, it's not just about treasure. There's a deeper sense of purpose behind this search. Rick Lagina and fellow team member Roger are deeply intrigued by what lies beneath the garden shaft. They believe they might discover a tunnel that branches off from the shaft and connects to the elusive money pit, a place that has eluded treasure hunters for centuries. To uncover this, they've started developing new tools designed to slice through the thick clay and rock that has sealed the island's secrets for generations. The deeper they dig, the more their curiosity grows. There's a feeling in the air that something extraordinary is close. And for Lagina, another member of the team, this isn't just a mission, it's a calling. She echoes Rick's belief that life is made meaningful through shared experiences and that they are, quite literally, walking in the footsteps of those who came before them. There's something about the money pit that affects people on a deeper level. It's not just a hole in the ground, it's an emotionally charged place. The legends, the mystery, the effort, it all adds up to something bigger than any one person. Even with all the advanced tools and technology, the team finds themselves most surprised by something far less tangible, the feeling of being part of something historic. They're not just searching for treasure, they're rewriting a story that has captivated the world for over 200 years. And now, for the first time, it feels like that story might finally have a new ending. Preserving history is no small task, but the team working on Oak Island feels an unshakable sense of purpose in their journey. There's something deeper motivating them. More than gold, more than artifacts. It's a connection to the past and a belief that what they uncover could reshape our understanding of history. One of their major hopes lies in the potential discovery of an offset chamber connected to a tunnel near the 95-foot depth. This spot is a particular focus because of signs that something significant may have been built there, possibly to conceal or protect treasure centuries ago. As they dig deeper, their anticipation grows. At the heart of this story is a group of passionate individuals relentlessly searching for answers to a 228-year-old mystery. Rick Lagina, one of the leading treasure hunters, recently found a massive wooden stake at the northern edge of the Oak Island swamp, land that once belonged to Fred Nolan's family. The stake immediately caught his attention. It was clearly one of the main tools in use is called a hammer grab, a device that bites through layers of clay with precision and power. It's part of a growing arsenal of equipment aimed at breaking through to hidden passageways. The team is also introducing two more innovative tools, including a newly engineered hammer that's capable of carving out a tunnel strong enough to navigate. This tunnel might finally expose the path to the original money pit and possibly the treasure itself. After nearly 2.5 centuries of speculation, it feels like the mystery of Oak Island is on the verge of a breakthrough. The team's strategy has shifted from above-ground scanning to something far more ambitious, a full underground operation. Rick, Marty, and Scott Barlow, the operations manager on the island, are not just excavating soil, they're diving headfirst into history. Every foot they dig brings them closer to answering a question that has fascinated generations. What's really buried beneath Oak Island? So far, the garden shaft reconstruction has reached an impressive depth of 44 feet. Once the team completes their safety checks and training, they'll head even deeper toward the legendary Money Pit region. Rick can hardly contain his excitement. To him, this isn't just an exploration. It's a legacy, a shared experience passed down through time. He believes that every person who has ever walked this path is somehow a part of this journey. And now it's their turn to carry that torch forward. As they descend deeper underground, they're struck by the craftsmanship of the original builders. The wooden reinforcements they're uncovering were created without modern machinery, no cranes, no advanced drills, just raw human determination. It's a testament to the will and vision of those who came before, and a reminder of how far people are willing to go in pursuit of a dream. Marty sees it too. He believes Oak Island isn't just a treasure hunt, it's a powerful story of human persistence. Every layer of dirt they remove, every wooden beam they analyze, adds a new chapter to that story. And while the ultimate goal is to find something of material value, the real prize might just be the journey itself. Going underground is more than a technical challenge, it's an emotional one. The garden shaft has become a symbol of hope and legacy, offering a glimpse into the past and a possible route to the future. It's a place where history, mystery, and ambition all collide. Being inside the shaft, surrounded by darkness and silence, forces a unique awareness. The Money Pit, long rumored to hold riches and riddles, now feels just within reach. But it's not just gold they're after, it's answers. Decrafted, hacked and cut by an axe rather than sawed. That detail alone hinted at an older origin. In fact, it stirred memories of a discovery made decades earlier by Fred Nolan himself, lines of similar wooden stakes stretching across the swamp. Back in 1969, Fred Nolan, who was a land surveyor, stumbled upon a series of stakes driven into the swamp in uniform lines. When carbon dated, those stakes turned out to be from the 1500s. It suggested that whoever placed them had a plan, a massive, organized construction project. Fred and his son Tom told Gary Davidson that each stake had 4 or 5 distinct cuts. That oddity led them to believe something even more shocking. That Oak Island may have once been 2 separate islands that were deliberately joined together using what's now the triangle-shaped swamp. That swamp might not be a natural formation after all. In an effort to verify this, Fred and Dan Blankenship pulled out one of the stakes, sliced off its tip, and had it carbon dated independently. The results were astonishing. Even accounting for a margin of error, the stake dated back to around 1575. That means human activity in the area far predates the discovery of the Money Pit. This kind of find doesn't just fuel the hunt, it transforms it. The notion that the swamp itself might be man-made changes the entire landscape of the Oak Island legend and reinforces the belief that a grand design once existed here, possibly to hide something of great value. Marty Lagina, Rick's brother, found one of these ancient stakes himself and was stunned. While he didn't get overly excited at first, the age and condition of the wood, how it had decayed over time yet still remained preserved, left him intrigued. Artifacts like this don't just tell a story. They whisper secrets across centuries, and to people like Marty and Rick, those whispers are a call to action. Each item discovered might hold a key to unlocking a forgotten chapter of history, and the swamp's unusual features could finally begin to make sense in light of these revelations. Currently, the team is investigating that same triangle-shaped swamp in hopes of finding more clues. They're digging deeper, literally and metaphorically, into the possibility that humans crafted it for a specific reason. With access to Fred Nolan's land, something that wasn't possible for many years, they're combing every inch of the swamp for patterns and signs of construction. Rick is even digging a dedicated shaft to determine the limits of a newly discovered paved area, which appears to be made of strategically placed rocks. Its purpose remains unclear, but its precision hints at intelligent design. This paved section shocked the team when it was uncovered. It wasn't just a pile of random rocks, it looked like a surface meant to be walked on or to support heavy objects. Despite being recently found, it aligns closely with theories about underground chambers or constructed hiding places beneath the island. Even more curious is how fast water rushes into the shaft, suggesting some kind of complex drainage or flood tunnel system. Though the discovery added new questions instead of answers, the team couldn't ignore its implications. It was yet another clue in the island's ever-deepening mystery. Everyone was buzzing with energy after this find, and yet the excitement was tinged with sorrow when Rick received sad news during a trip to New York. His longtime friend and fellow researcher, Zena Halpern, had passed away. Zena wasn't just an author, she was a historian who dedicated her life to solving the Oak Island riddle. Before her passing, she left Rick a priceless collection of her work. Books, documents and research that stretched back to the era of the Knights Templar. Among her legacy was something particularly extraordinary, a manuscript called the Cremona document. This Cremona document contained a detailed record of a year-long journey by an English Templar knight to the New World. It referenced a place called Antora and chronicled events believed to have occurred as far back as the 12th century, long before Columbus ever set foot in North America. Rick was overwhelmed not just by the gift, but by what it symbolized. Zena's trust in him to continue her life's mission. He felt honored and even more determined to pursue the truth. Her legacy wasn't just being remembered, it was becoming part of the ongoing Oak Island effort. Among Zena's research was also a copy of the Cremona record, a set of maps and journal entries allegedly written by Ralph de Soudely, a Templar knight. The writings told of a secret expedition to the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, followed by a voyage across the ocean in 1178. If authentic, these documents would radically rewrite history. They suggest that the Templars may have reached North America more than 3 centuries before Columbus, bringing with them sacred knowledge or treasures from the Old World. It's a bold claim, but one that Rick and the team are now investigating with renewed vigor. The more Rick dug into these ancient documents, the more he felt Zena's presence guiding them. Her work didn't just theorize about Oak Island, it connected it to a much larger historical tapestry. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about pirates or secret tunnels. It became about religious orders, sacred relics, and global movements that spanned continents and centuries. It's why Rick now believes a dedicated research center should be built on Oak Island. One that would preserve all findings, sort fact from fiction, and support future generations of investigators who take up this incredible challenge. For the team, every discovery is more than a physical object. It's a bridge between eras, between people who once walked the island and those searching it now. That's what makes this journey so personal. They aren't just finding artifacts, they're continuing the work of those who came before. Whether it's a carbon-dated stake, a lost manuscript, or an engineered swamp, every piece fits into a much larger puzzle. And that puzzle is slowly starting to take shape, not just as a map to treasure, but as a legacy that's far more valuable, the truth about Oak Island.